Hey gang, Sean from The Good Dog. How are we? Laura's just running in for some quick beverages. We need water refills. We got our coffee. We're all set. Pack walk today with Tori Smith. She's out. Three more days left of T3 to go. I just wanted to wrap with you guys a little bit about something I've talked about before. It's gonna be super duper quick, but we've talked about this messy middle thing. I've had posts about it, videos about it, and what we noticed a lot of for with students that don't have any experience or don't have a lot of experience working with behavior modification, that messy middle is something extremely challenging for them. That messy middle of dogs looking confused, looking worried, looking upset, maybe even shaking, things like that, things that we see constantly as dogs move through the process. Not constantly as far as like every single dog, but it's a very normal situation, as I've explained through like making comparisons with therapy for humans, or humans that are going through an intervention for drug rehab or something like that. Like, you're coming off drugs, you're coming off booze, you don't look comfortable. You don't spend the next 5 days, week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, feeling comfortable. You spend the next 5 days, 2 weeks being incredibly uncomfortable because you're letting go of something that your body and your mind has been built around in order to maintain some kind of way of life that's worked for you. And so we're comfortable seeing that, whether it's, I'm not saying we enjoy it, but we're familiar with seeing it and comfortable with seeing it with human beings in these contexts. Yes, it's hard, but we're like, yeah, that's what it looks like, or boot camps. That's what it looks like. They got to go through that work, and it's hard, and you see people crying, and you see people breaking down, and you see people in the fetal position, and you see all that stuff. And we're cool with it. It's such a weird dynamic. We're cool with seeing and emotionally understanding and intellectually understanding that there's this whole messy part, this messy middle, from bad behavior, problematic behavior, troublesome behavior, addictive, psychological or physiological behavior, and moving through the process into a healthier space. We're so familiar with seeing that with human beings, and yet when it comes to dogs, we flip, we freak, we panic, we're upset, our hearts are broken. And I get it, nobody likes to see dogs struggle, but I'm telling you guys, if any of you are seriously interested in trying to work in behavior modification with serious dogs that have had massive patterning of negative behaviors, practicing negative behaviors for years, having negative thought processes, nervous system stuff, running the gamut of what you see with problematic dogs. If any of you guys aren't prepared to deal with that and cope with that messy middle and understand that it's an arc that leads to a different place. People don't come out of, AA or an intervention for drugs or anything like that. They don't come out, if the work is good, they don't come out looking the same way they went in or 5 days in. They come out dramatically different. They come out with new skills. They come out with new coping mechanisms. They come out with a better physiological state. They come out with a better emotional state. And that's the process, guys. The whole process is that it starts hard and it gets probably harder and uglier and messier. And then it starts to get better and better and better and better and better. And it starts to move in the slow arc. And so we've seen people at T3 over the course of this week struggle with this, watching this. We have a couple very fearful dogs, super insecure, dogs with bite histories, dogs that are very challenging, and watching them go through the processing. And we're not talking about heavy duty training. We're just talking about like stay in place. We're talking about very light stuff. But even that like articulating a very specific thing that they have to do, we're watching dogs shake, quiver, look nervous, look unsure. Of course, you're also in a room of 20-something people, something like that. And so that adds to the pressure. But if you're not willing and not able to stomach that process and watch dogs go through that process, starting from wherever they're at and moving through the messy, better, you'll never be able to help dogs move through the process of rehab. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope it helps. The messy middle's a real thing, and without it, you likely won't find dogs coming out on the other side. All right? Sean with the Good Dog. See you guys. Bye.